it's Ronnie here, Ronnie and Ryan, and we're back to show a new video, right? We say hi?
Hi.
Hi. And we thought, actually it's morning, and we don't normally do videos in the morning, it's kind of funny. So I'm actually on my way to the gym after this. But we have a mango, and I thought it would be a good idea this week to show people how to cut a mango, because I was like, right, I'm going to show them the mango, right? I was like super intimidated with mangoes because I just didn't know how to cut them, and then I bought one and I'm like hacking at it, and there's like this crazy big seed in there. Crazy big seed, right. So once I did some research on the web and I discovered there's kind of techniques to cutting it. Ryan and I found our favorite one, which kind of lets him kind of pick pieces of mango out for himself. So I thought it would be fun to show you guys how to do that, and then I'll make a whole post about mangoes and why they're so good. And so we're kind of new to the mangoes, I think maybe just about 4 months ago. Okay, so this is a mango, and it's kind of oblong. And I'm not an expert on them, so I don't exactly know how to pick the best ones. I'm sure people will let us know on the website, but I kind of pick ones that are firm but give a little bit. And I found that they kind of ripen a lot like cantaloupe do. If you leave them out, they'll ripen for a couple days, and they're sweeter. Okay, so you ready to cut this? Okay, so the way you cut it, and you'll notice about the mango that it's not completely round, it's kind of oblong, and there's always this stem right here. So you want to cut where you can make like two symmetrical cuts on either side of the stem. So you notice if I cut this way, I wouldn't be symmetrical because this side's lower. So this way, I'll actually have two symmetrical sides. So I'm going to cut this right down the side and as close to the stem as I can. And you'll feel the seed if you're too close. And you kind of want to come around because the seed kind of sticks out a little bit. But what you end up with is a really nice, I think it's called the heel, like the heel of flesh. So the seed, you can't, I always thought it was funny because you really can't see the seed, but it's right there, you can feel it, it's really hard. There is juice in the mango. And then I end up with, this is all, it's his, he really likes mango. Well, first let me cut it for you, sweetie. Let me show them how to cut it. That is mine. Okay, so with this part, and I'm kind of, I don't know how to say this, like with a knife, like a lot of people will cut, Ryan, please watch your fingers, sweetie. I have to cut it first. I kind of hold it when I cut it, but I don't want you guys to think that I'm, going to cut myself, but I usually do this, and I can feel the knife, so I know when to stop, but you have to be really careful when you do it this way. If you're uncomfortable cutting this way, you can, of course, cut the slices on the plate. It's just harder to have that feel like when you're going through the skin. I should have explained what I'm doing. What I'm doing is just kind of cutting slices, and I'm going to make a checkerboard pattern, but I don't want to go through the skin. And the reason, and you'll see the reason in a second, but it allows me to kind of flip the mango using the skin and kind of create slices or chunks that he can pull off for himself. You really like mango, don't you? All right, so I made just slices this way, and now I'm going to slice it this way. Right? And again, don't do this if you're uncomfortable holding the mango. Do it on the plate. It's just that I've tried, and every time I do it on the plate, I cut through, and then my little technique doesn't work as nice. So, all right. So I make a little checkerboard pattern. And then I flip it inside out. And what we end up with, he really likes mango, is kind of like this, I don't know what to describe it, like almost hairy. And then he can, now I think officially you can cut off the chunks, but now this kind of gives him a chance to be able to just pluck them out. And, and then Ryan feels like, or the toddler, feels like, he's helping, and he has kind of his own job when he doesn't drop them all over the place. So this one's really sweet. So once I do that, I do the other side the same, and I won't show you, well, I could show you again, I just don't want to take too much of your time. But I could do this one the same, but then you're left with, so that's my good part. This is the middle part, and the seed's in here, and I can feel it with my knife. But there's still a lot of good mango on the sides, and I was throwing this out for a while until I realized that I can now take this part, and I kind of put my finger on the stem to get some stability because it's a little slippery, and I come around and I find where the seed is with my knife, and I kind of just shave that side off right around the seed so I can get all the mango. And Ryan and I call this Ryan, please watch with the knife, honey. Please watch. That's the big piece, right? Ryan and I call these the big pieces. And usually we take a pause from eating that so we can eat our big piece. So then this is the only waste, which is just a seed in the middle. And I'm trying to do this so I can show you guys. I'll just slice the skin right off this mango flesh. And wait, Ryan, please don't put your hands in front of the knife, please. There's the big piece. You want the big piece? Yeah, he loves the big pieces. So I don't have to do the other one on camera, but I'll do it anyway. So I'll just slice this one up too. So I thought that would be useful for people who maybe were intimidated by the mango, because I know I was for a while, not knowing how to cut them. And there's still a couple other fruits that I'm kind of intimidated by. Sorry, my nose is running. So Ryan and I are going to enjoy our mango for breakfast, and then we're going to hit the gym. So I think that's our 8th video. You say bye to everyone, Ryan?
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.